Hey guys, let's get it. Roll the intro music.
Welcome back to episode 25 of A.K.A. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about, I think, what everyone goes through at least once in life, procrastination. And, I literally went through it a couple days ago when I was taking my test for, this program I was trying to get into for high school. Not high school, but, for junior year. There's, this program for one of the colleges that we live nearby that I can essentially take for 2 years, which is a junior and senior year, and then graduate high school with an associate's degree and credits and everything. It's really good. And I was procrastinating because I get really scared with tests. And I was like, should I study? Should I not study for it? And I was like, but it's a placement test. And I was saying all these things, and I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna study for it. And so I took the placement test, and then I got the results back, and I was like, okay, I guess that's not bad. I don't really know what good results are. I was like, it's not bad. And then I got an email back saying oh, you have to retake the test. You didn't pass. And I was like, bro.
Aw.
So I had a breakdown, a really bad breakdown, because I didn't want to let my parents down because they were really looking forward to me going to this program and everything and doing well. And I was like, oh shoot, now I have to study, because last time I was like, number one, who studies for a placement test? I just didn't understand.
Yeah,
I was
you don't know what it's gonna be on.
Yeah, and I was like, I already passed the GPA for this program, so why am I taking a placement test and I'm to fail or pass? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing is that was a plus about it was I was only 10 points away from one section, and I was only 15 points away from another section, and only 2 points away from another one. So I wasn't far off. And the good thing about it was when I was thinking about it, I was like, I didn't try that hard for the placement test, yet I didn't do terrible. So if I try hard, then that means that I'll get an easy pass. It's just, you know what I mean? So I've been working a couple hours a day just trying to get this thing done because I have my test on Monday in the morning. And this test lasts for 4 hours. It's a long test.
Ooh, it's like an AP.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of like the PSAT and SAT.
It's like an Iowa test that we used to take in middle school.
Yeah.
Because essentially you have 20 questions of arithmetic, then you have 20 questions of quantitative reasoning and algebra, and then you have, I think, 20 questions of reading. And then you have to write an essay, which you have an hour for.
Oh, so it's like a standardized test.
Yeah, it's essentially a standardized test. So I got a 5 on the essay, which I need. Your passing grade is a 6. So I got a 5. And I didn't really. I finished it within 20 minutes. So I probably need to spend more time on it and get a 6. And then the other ones, like I told you, I didn't really miss by too much. So that really scared me. I tell you, I had a breakdown. I had a breakdown because not just because of the test, but because whenever you have a breakdown, at least for me, is that everything piles into the breakdown. So just different feelings from whatever yesterday or a couple months ago and this and that. But the way I like to say that I'd handle procrastination in my own way is that I make sure I don't get to procrastination, if that makes sense. So I think I've told Alyssa this multiple times because we have kind of the same brain when it comes to homework and work and everything. Is that I told this to Alyssa in 8th grade so many times. If I get my work done fast and early, then I have more time to relax. And that might sound really stupid because it's just why would you do that? Just do it before the due date. But I'm just saying literally right when a assignment is posted, within 10 minutes I'm doing it and it's done and then I submit it.
Literally the complete opposite of me.
Amelia's the complete opposite. Amelia will either wait to get what she needs for it, or she'll just wait last minute and then submit it.
I literally see assignments posted and I'm like, oh, I have a week to do it. Okay, so that means I have 5 days to start it.
Yeah, and then 1 minute to hand it in.
Yeah, no, I'm very last minute on things, but it somehow works out. So I don't have bad grades. That's the thing. I have good grades.
It's actually kind of weird.
Yeah, I just don't like doing things early. I don't know.
I'm in between because I want to bring up what Kaylee said in the beginning about how fear is a factor of procrastination.
Definitely,
and I definitely can see that because I don't think it's fear. I think it's just um like being scared that if you do something now, like how much will you get done or like something like that. But I totally get like this feared like scaredness of it, um factor of it. um but for me, like for the past week, for the past 2 weeks, I've had finals, and I've definitely seen like procrastination. I can definitely tell because I've been staying up. I think that's one of the like negative sides of procrastination, is that if you procrastinate so much, your sleep, everything's going to be affected by it. And I could definitely see that for me for the past week. I think one of the ways that I deal with it, it's hard to get around, to be honest, because it's something that it's like human nature to us. It's like we are, I don't think, unless you're a robot or something, we can't work for X amount of hours or X amount of minutes, whatever. Um, but like I tell myself that I'll be like, I'll do a Kaylee today and I'll just get my work done. That's what I said before, but I think just giving yourself like ample time and doing things like accordingly, like yeah, just giving yourself time to space things out is one important rule of getting your work done, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's key actually, because you don't always want to do what I do, because essentially you can just burn your brain out immediately. Because I don't take a break, which is really bad. I just run out the homework really fast just to try to get it all done, and then I take the longest break in history, and then I will just stop working until the next assignment comes out. Though I will agree with Alyssa that my sleeping schedule was pretty much completely ruined. Like, I don't normally stay up late. Like, I'm not a night owl. I'm an early bird. So I was getting up at 5 a.m. every day because, like, I know
Yeah.
it sounds absurd, but I was getting up at 5 a.m. every day to go to the gym with my dad because, like, that was like kind of our thing, you know. I want to stay fit, and then I would end up going to sleep at 2 or 3 a.m. So I was getting 2 hours of sleep, then waking up and trying to go to the gym. Like, I
Yeah.
literally, I missed
She
gym.
was living the me
That's
lifestyle.
the like overexerting life. Like you shouldn't. That's like sort of unhealthy. You
It
know.
is
You should.
unhealthy. Like, why would you want to like basically wake up the next day at 4 p.m. just to go to sleep just to go to sleep at 3 a.m. Like, you're wasting multiple days and multiple like that's the one thing I hate. And that's what procrastination has like made me feel, is I hate wasting days. Wasting days was wasting time, and time is super valuable to me
Hmm.
because I feel like every moment I could be doing something that either benefits me or that makes me happy, or makes other people happy. And I don't want to waste that moment, I guess. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be working at all of that time up. Like, I could be resting, because resting is working. Resting is needed.
Hmm.
So I mean, always take a rest day.
That reminds me of um, like besides like working, like in terms of like procrastination in terms of working, there's also like procrastination of like your own time, like your own leisure
Mm-hmm.
time. Like I know I don't know what there's a term that it's called when you stay up to make time for yourself, like because you spent the time like from I don't know 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. working, but then you stay up the rest of the night like until
I mean,
3 a.m.
that's what I do like during really busy school days. Like if I have a school day where I'm like working hard and I have exams and then I have like something afterwards and it keeps me up all day, like I spend the night doing what I want. Like I remember
Hmm.
when I had a mock trial and I had an exam, or not an exam, I had a competition. I remember I was busy from like 3 to 10 working on mock trial
Yes,
stuff.
I remember that. That
And
was a
I
long
remember,
time.
yeah, no, it was literally because it was practice. And then right after practice, we had like an hour break to get into our like uniforms and shit and go right into competition.
Hmm.
And like what we did was like, as soon as we all got off of like this like meeting, I was like, okay, let me change and then do whatever I want until like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
because, you know, I need
That's
time for myself.
procrastination. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel, because you're just using that time to for yourself, and that's important. But like, don't I like? I
It's
think
a
it's
it's a wrong
also
time, I think. Like,
yeah.
if you think about it.
I think it's also like at people at fault or like the people like who are giving the work. I understand that we all have to work somehow. We all have to work after our hours. But like sometimes it's so much, you know, it's not just
Mm-hmm.
like say you have uh 3 hours of like homework and then after like add like 1 hour or 2 hours of procrastination. I don't know if you're like that. That's like 5 hours. But like if you were to still take away that 2 hours of procrastination, you have still 3 hours ahead of you. You know?
Yeah, it's a good
I
way
don't
to look
know.
at it. That's why I think when you were talking about the breaks and the resting, I think if you space out your day enough to do work for whatever it is that you want to do, schoolwork, your part-time job, helping family, something that's not about you, but it's for you or for other people, and then you take a 1 hour break for yourself. So therefore, you're doing what you want to do. You're still getting a break. You're not procrastinating about anything because you're still getting that work done, and you're going to bed at a reasonable time instead of staying up till five
Do you
a.m.
think days should be longer? I feel like
I
this
feel
is
like days are long enough, but we make them seem like they're so short.
because we sleep through
Yeah.
half of them.
Yeah, like
No,
Amelia
yeah.
gets up at like 2 p.m. I don't know how you do that, but I mean, I feel like
That's
that's
gonna be me during the summer. Just literally getting up
that's
at
not gonna
2 p.m.
be me. I can't do that. I did it once and it screwed me up. It's like I can't do that. My
I do
brain.
that sometimes if I stay up.
The latest I probably get up is like 11 or like
It's
12.
girl, what?
I'm like,
No,
I'm
I literally will be waking up at 5 p.m. sometimes. Literally be
What?
waking up at 5
Like
p.m.
you're
sometimes.
waking up at 5 p.m. to live life till 4 a.m. and then go back to sleep and wake
see
up at
that.
5
No,
p.m.
yeah,
the next
because
day.
the difference between me and you is that you live outside, I live on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Like
So
you
I mean,
literally go
yeah.
out and do shit, but I'm quite literally the person that gets up, goes onto my computer and just looks at
It's
stuff
like
online.
Amelia's living across the world because over there it's like daytime when it's nighttime over
Yeah.
here.
So that's
Yeah.
don't always be like Amelia. Like it is okay to be on your computer, but make sure you go outside and get sunlight because sun is
Or
very
just
important.
sleep.
I've
Yeah, and
recently
get
been going
sleep.
out a lot more,
I
which
know, I've noticed that. And that's good. That's very, very good because you're getting exercise by walking, even if it's to the mall, and you're getting sunlight, which is also good because you're normally in your cave, and you're eating better food, hopefully, or just
like the
eating
thing
food in
is,
general.
the past 2 days literally have not felt real. Ever since I got that second shot, like, oh my god. Literally, like today, I'm like, okay, I have to go to school tomorrow. And then people are like, girl, it's Friday. I'm like, what? Because I slept through all of Thursday. Like, I got that vaccine and I was like, oh, I feel so good. And then I was just asleep. I was just sleeping. No, it just doesn't feel like Thursday was real because I was asleep through all of it.
It's crazy what that effect does to your body. Like what that does. What? It's crazy what that shot does to your body and the effects that you
Yeah.
have from it. Like some
Yeah.
people just feel perfectly fine. Other people have like a sore arm, and you just slept the whole entire day. Like that's
Mhm.
crazy.
And I had like a fever and everything. Like I felt terrible after it.
It's crazy. But it's only the
Uh,
second one. Like the first one didn't hurt as
oh no,
bad, right?
the first one I was just like, oh, ouchie, my arm. I have a
Yeah.
boo boo, you know? But the second one had me gone.
But at
The
least you're
second
fully vaccinated, you know?
No, yeah.
True.
I am fully vaccinated, which is really good. Guys, get vaccinated. Just,
See.
all our listeners, definitely get vaccinated. But yeah, I feel great. Like, well, I still feel a little sick, but I feel a lot better knowing I'm fully vaccinated, you know?
Mhm.
And I know that it's for the better good, if that makes sense. I don't know what the saying is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think people handle procrastination in like a good way. Not a good way, but I mean, I feel like everyone handles it maybe the same way or slightly different.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have my limits. Like, when I'm
Yeah.
procrastinating with stuff, if I realize that it's getting too far to the point where I'm like missing assignments and stuff, I'm like, okay, Amelia, come on, get your stuff together, fix it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, you know,
Fix it up like Bob the Builder.
I fix it, and then I get on top of my work. That's a big thing to know too. That like, even if you are procrastinating a lot, you have to know like when it's time to like actually get it together and start working. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Mhm.
snap out of it.
Like this past year, like especially with school being online, my procrastination has been so bad. Like I'll admit it. And
Really?
Yeah. I feel like next year, because we're gonna go back. I feel like I just have to do better because like I'm better when I'm like in person. I feel like because I can tell the difference between like last year and this year.
You know what's so weird to me? Like this is like crazy in my opinion, but what's it called? Like this year we have so much time for assignments, like we have a few days. But I forgot that like teachers used to assign assignments, be like, hey, it's due tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Like I
that's what's made it
forgot that.
easier for me.
but I
Like I
think
had
it's
less
also
procrastination.
because we did it like during class too.
No,
Like
yeah,
we
but I like completely forgot that teachers would be like, hey, make sure you turn in your work tomorrow that I'm handing you today.
yeah
Like I
because
completely forgot teachers did that.
like our schedules are like we have one class this like on Monday and then we have that same class on Wednesday. It's like every other day.
Yeah, I actually like it a lot better that it's this way. It gives us more time to just kind of process the information and then actually do the homework for it
Hmm.
instead of rushing it and making sure we don't understand it literally. But I like the schedule a lot better because I feel like you don't even need PE every single day. Like I know it's a requirement for like to graduate or whatever, but having it twice a week was so nice, and it's gonna be gone like when we go back to school next year,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be horrible because I really don't need like who needs gym? You're not gonna major in gym unless, I mean, unless you want to be a gym teacher. That's a different story. But I mean, I don't see any a lot of I don't see a good majority of people majoring in gym. So there's no point to having it every single day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be really different when we go back to school though.
It is going to be really different. I feel like everyone's gonna be more precautious. Like I feel so weird either sneezing or coughing in public. Like yeah, I have a mask on, but just doing it, I feel like people are looking at me. I'm like, no, I don't
They give
have
you
it.
the
It's
side
okay.
eye.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's okay. It's just a cough. I had something else stuck in my throat. Sorry. Yeah, people are weird sometimes. But I think as the years go on, it's gonna get easier. It's
Yeah.
just kind of crazy to say that like one day I'm gonna tell my grandchildren like, yeah, I lived through a pandemic. What? Really? Like the Black Plague? No, 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 no. Not like the Black Plague,
Corona.
but Corona. I was like, yeah,
The
but
beamer?
Corona.
The and like
I was like,
The
well,
beamer?
you're gonna see us in your history books one day. Isn't that
yeah.
cool? That's pretty
No, yeah,
cool.
that's like definitely a big thing. Like, oh, I feel like it's gonna be so weird when we're in like our 20s to look back at it and be like, oh my God, masks, remember those? Oh, so funny.
Who is she?
Genuinely cannot remember a time without masks. Like, I know it's
I
so weird.
just feels weird. Like
Like,
I went to the
strangely,
gym and I didn't have to wear a mask, and I just was like, whoa.
strangely going back to like the vaccine thing, whenever I go somewhere and it's like, they're like, oh, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear your vaccine. I'm like, I don't, your vaccine, your
Were
mask. I'm
you back?
like,
Yeah, I was like,
don't wear your vaccine, but you don't have to wear your mask. I'm like, what? I don't have to wear my mask? And then I
Yeah.
take it off and I'm like, God, I don't want people thinking that I don't like vaccines. I don't want people thinking I'm an anti-vax and then immediately putting it back on.
Yeah.
I also don't want people seeing my face because like I can make faces underneath my thing, underneath my mask, or like I could be like I don't I could just be saying something stupid or murmuring under my breath, and no one's gonna look at me. But when I have
Yeah.
my mask off, that's a different story. People are like, "What the hell are you trying to say behind my back? Huh? You want to square up?" And I'm like, "No, no, 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 it's okay, no."
I
No,
remember
it's
the
okay.
first time seeing people in like public without masks, and I'm like, why aren't they wearing masks? And then I realized that they lifted like the
Yeah,
requirements, and I was
Yeah.
like,
every
whoa,
news.
that's so weird. And it's like it's so weird seeing people without masks. I don't know. It's like I've seen like I don't know. It's just seeing people's like whole face gives me the
Mm-hmm.
creeps. I'm like, I don't
No,
want to
it's gonna be
see
so
you.
weird. It's gonna be so weird getting used to it.
Yeah.
It is
Excited.
really.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
excited to go back to normal.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I kind of vibing. I kind of don't want to go back to normal. At least no, COVID wise, I do. Like I want to go back to the way it was before. But school wise, I really like the online stuff. To be honest, I like it because like I actually did make friends while being online. As surprising as that sounds, like I did, and I enjoy the people I hang out with. And like it's kind of weird to think that I might have or might have not been friends with them if we had a regular school year. I don't know. Probably, but I
I'm
don't
the
know.
total opposite. This is gonna sound so sad, but I've made no friends. Actually, no,
Oh,
I
I didn't
have.
either. Only online friends, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
made more online friends too.
I kept the same group of people with me, like and like to be honest, Amelia and Kaylee are like the closest people.
I
Yeah.
will
to
agree with
me.
that as well. Like, you guys are my closest. I
Yeah,
feel like you have friends for like you have your school
I
friends, you have
distance
like
myself
friends
though.
friends.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
like
like I distance myself away from my family. Like I didn't mean to do that, but like I spent so much time doing homework and studying on my computer and even
I
playing
think
games because the weather has been horrible and I just like kind of distanced myself from them.
I think I'm the same way in a way. Like I don't know. I don't really talk to my family that much, but not in a bad way. Not as in like we're on bad terms. It's just
Yeah,
that like
exactly.
I'm always doing my own thing. Like even when I'm not like huddled up in my room, I'm always out with like my friends. Or I'm always going out somewhere or I'm like doing something, you
I
know?
wonder what the difference is because we're always home though, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is like I don't know. I've talked to him about it and I'm like, "Hey, I don't like it's not that I don't like you guys. It's just that I legitimately like, I don't know. I'm just always doing something and I'm
Mhm.
sorry, but you know, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not as close with them as I used to be. But that part of me also tries to remember that, hey, you're growing up, you're like a teenager. Sometimes this is what teenagers do, you know?
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like eventually we're gonna end up going like coming back and like being close with our families because you grow up and eventually you're gonna have to take care of them. Well, hopefully not, but eventually,
Mhm.
you're gonna end up visiting them often and whatever. So it kind of will work out. I mean, yeah, you're right. We are growing up and we're trying to become more independent. So it all kind of pieces together. Like I was thinking about college like before, like a couple minutes ago with Aaron, like one of our friends, Aaron, and I was like, I really still don't know where I want to go. I was like, I don't need to know where I have to go right now. But I was like, what if I just go out of state? Then I get a dorm, and then I probably won't ever move back home. Like that's just kind of weird to think about.
No, yeah. Like,
Like I
You know,
just
I
start, I just start life right off the bat.
yeah, I only know like what I want to major in. That's it.
I don't even know that. I have ideas, but
My like main idea is psychology as of right now.
yeah, it's cool. I could see you in a psychology major too.
definitely.
You're very
Yeah.
like intuitional with it comes to like the brain and thinking and everything.
Do you think there's like procrastination in like determining
College?
or yeah, like not
I
just
think
college, like
there is, yeah.
determining or like
Oh, definitely.
future?
100%.
I think that's
Like
also
a
like
lot
the
of us are
fear.
putting it off.
But like, okay, I think we talked about this in like one of the previous episodes about how we have so much time. And I say that because like we have so much time ahead of us, you know? But like to decide what we cuz we have to decide soon what we want to do. And then that takes us further, you know? I think that's kind of what we fear and we procrastinate a lot is that we don't exactly know what we want to do now, but we have to decide soon because like we're going to become juniors next year, you know. We have to decide what our future is going to be. And I think that's what scares us and that's what we kind of procrastinate on. But we have a lot of years to live, so yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Got super deep. Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
they got real
dun.
deep. But hopefully you guys took something away from this episode, even if it was just a laugh. We're glad to see that you guys are here, and thank you for your constant support. And we'll see you in the
We
next
love
episode.
you.
Love you.
Goodbye. Bye bye. Website is akapodcast.carrd.co. There you can join our Discord and sign up for our email. Our Instagram is at A.K.A. Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at a.k.a. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.